nick of time. In the nick of time. Oh my goodness. How y'all doing, man? Ooh, we good here. Thanks for the resub, Jay. Man, 13 months. We've been doing it for that long. Man, man, we've come so far. We've come so far. What up, J2 Blue? Yeah, Ape Escape is a big influence. A2B, what's up? What's up? Shooting the Romeo is dead, man. We'll see. Doc Carnero, what up? Ragnarok, Chrono Rig, Chris Alston. That sounds like a celebrity name. Chris Alston. Oh, I said Alston. Chris Alston. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? Are we excited? This direct is going to be 1 hour. 1 hour long, man. Ah. Oh, you do work in movies. Okay. That makes sense. See, I'm my radar be on point. What happened to the anti-direct agenda, huh? You know what? You got me. You got me. Actually, no. Let me say this. I will say, if Nintendo Directs went away, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if when Nintendo Directs went away. I'll say that. But nah, I said fuck it. If you can't beat them, join them. DeFritos was good. Jazzy, very excited whenever they do Treehouse footage again too. Scarecrow, what's up? Yeah, I hope they do Treehouse. Uh, Big chilling, got home from work, marinating dinner, and getting ready for the gym. Man, I need to start hitting the gym. I read this or I watched this video about how working out actually does more for you than just because I don't need to lose weight or anything like that. I do want to gain muscle, but even outside of those two things, weight and muscle, which is the two big things that people work out for, working out helps with like inflammation and like just making sure your body can fight off uh like general sickness and disease and all that kind of stuff. So, um it's kind of been helping me shift my mindset in terms of the incentives I need to work out, cuz it's not just like, oh, getting bigger or getting smaller. It's also like mental, it's also like your immune system and all those kinds of things like that working out is really good for. So, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um Time Stranger. I do need to get around to that. I do. Armagon, what's up, DeFritos? I think I said what's up to DeFritos. I can't forget DeFritos, man. I can't forget DeFritos. Man, we got veteran. We are growing together, you guys. Like I really feel like, you know, we locked in for real until some of you get more busy and you don't got time no more to come through, and then there will be a new generation of people that come around for the streams, and y'all will pass down the traditions to the next generation uh when you eventually get out of here. But nah, like, this is cool, man. This is cool. I finally remembered to be here early for Thursdays. Yeah, 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 yeah. The schedule's been a little wonky lately. Uh, but yeah, a 1 hour direct, you guys. Like 1 hour. I don't even know because it feels like Nintendo's kind of been doing, in a weird way, they've been doing a direct rollout. Kind of. They had the partner direct first, and then they did an indie direct, and then they did the Kirby direct, and now it's like, oh yeah, we've been warming y'all up. Now here's the big one. Now here's the big one. It almost feels like they did a thing where Hey, Raven, what's up? It almost feels like they did the thing where they got stuff out of the way. The Sandstorm Show. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Let me. Who's the Sandstorm Show? Um, I gladly come on though. I talk to anybody who I talk to anybody who seems cool. Um, Let me see who's the Sandstorm Show. Yeah, for sure. I'll come on, man. I'll come on. Yeah, I'll talk to anybody, man. As long as you cool, we chilling. As long as everyone's chill, I'll talk to anybody, man. We need a direct schedule from now on. Chris Alston, they've absolutely been microdosing us. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's a good way to put it. They've been like drip feeding, like kind of, yeah. They've been dropping direct mixtapes. They've been dropping the mixtapes. They've been dropping the singles. You know what I'm saying? And now they're coming with the direct album, the full official album. Now is coming out. You know, it's a good thing my job is within walking distance because dog, I have to rush out the door like 15 minutes before the direct ends. You know what's crazy is I'm off tomorrow. Nintendo will be watching me because I called off tomorrow before I even knew about a direct. I called off like 2 weeks ago. They know. They're like, oh, we need. Matter of fact, by the way, I think I'm gonna be reacting to it live tomorrow. Would y'all come for that? Would y'all come? Because I haven't done. I don't think I've reacted to a direct live before. I don't think I've done that before. What I don't know. They watching you sort of. I'm so content with what we got so far that I have no expectations tomorrow. I'd like to see a Fire Emblem show up, but otherwise I'm chilling. Same here, actually. I'm not. Honestly, I've just. There's so much great stuff coming out that Eclipse is that. Oh, what up, Eclipse? Eclipse. Did you hear what I said earlier? I'm reacting to the direct live. Are you gonna be there tomorrow? I'm gonna be reacting in the morning to it. If y'all Armagon on everyone's soul will find out the Metroid Prime 4 release date. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be doing it live since I'm off. I was like, might as well. And I haven't done that before, so I just want to see how how that goes, just to kind of get some see how it happens, and it'll be fun. But I do think I'm gonna only be on Twitch. I don't think I'm gonna be on YouTube for it. Wait, does anyone YouTube care if I'm just gonna be on Twitch? Because usually I try to prioritize. Or actually, it's more people on YouTube right now, but but I think I might only be on Twitch because I don't for some reason I don't like having my React stuff on YouTube, but because it feels like very like ephemeral. Sorry for the big word, but it feels very like temporary. It's not like I prefer my YouTube to be for stuff that people can come back to later. People don't usually come back to like reaction stuff. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We're gonna just do Twitch. We're just gonna do Twitch for the react tomorrow. Um, I got Cyberpunk Silk Song and I'm getting Damon 2 later, so I was pretty satisfied as a Switch 2 owner already. Man, let me tell y'all something before we get deeper into these predictions. Wait, we get to see GK react to another Yakuza segment in real time. Man, no. We're praying for no Yakuza. We're praying for no Yakuza. Fingers crossed. But no, listen. Let me tell y'all something, man. D- Damon X Machina Titanic Scion. Like this, that game, man. I'm telling. Me and Eclipse have been, and I've been. Some people have been messaging me about. I didn't catch the event yet, Eclipse, but yo, some people have been messaging me about some of the stuff I've been posting about Damon X Machina 2. Because some people have been picking up the game and actually playing it now from seeing my tweets and stuff like that. Everyone so far has been telling me the same thing and been saying like, "Yo, why the fuck is no one talking about this?" Everyone has been messaging me like, "Bruh, this is crazy. Like, how is this being slept on?" Like, I'm telling y'all, bro, this game, yeah, nah, like yeah, yeah, it's different. This game is some on some other shit. Is on some other shit, bro. Like, and I say this as someone who, when the demo came out, I was like, ah, man, this game gonna be just all right. This ain't doing what I expected it to do. And then after like 5 to 6, no, I'm gonna say 4 to 5 hours of like locking in and like trying to really understand what they were doing, it and then as you progress through the game, it just keeps building and building and build, and it just keeps getting. Man, I'm doing a video on this game, and y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. I'm also wondering, like, for Marvelous as a publisher, you know, that's probably one of the biggest surprises about this game is that I wonder who at Marvelous was telling them like, okay, we're gonna let y'all do this. We're gonna let y'all do this type of game. We're gonna let y'all. Damon X Machina 2. I'm talking Faye Journal. I'm talking about Damon X Machina Titanic Scion. I'm wondering who allowed, because they don't usually make games with this much going on. So I'm very curious about like how they got around to like deciding like, okay, we're gonna make something this ambitious, you know. But anyway, the demo had me locked in to the point where I had to wean myself off of it. The full game just feels hella good when you get used to everything, and it just lets you cook. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, Jay Boulevard. I'm telling you, and let me say this before I end on this. This is not the type of game where like, and I'm not using this as an excuse to say like, oh, you know, if you don't, you know, put in this amount of time, then you know you're not playing the game right. But what I'm gonna say is that mecha games, ZK, what's up? Mecha games and this game specifically, but mecha games in general, they like this is not the type of game where you can pick it up and you'll immediately just be like, oh, okay, like, I get it. That doesn't mean I'm saying like, oh, you got to put in this much time. That's not me saying like, oh, if you got to put in this much time before you can decide if you like it. If you just play it for 30 minutes and you don't like it, whatever. But what I'm saying is like, this is definitely the type of game where I don't think if you just play it for 30 minutes or an hour, because yeah, Eclipse, that's true. Even if you played the first one, it's so okay. Yes, exactly. Y'all know I was a big fan of the first Damon X Machina. Even me coming into this game, it's on stream. Me and Eclipse spent like you can go back through Eclipse's stream archives when the demo first came out. Me and Eclipse spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours just trying to figure out our controls. Like just trying to figure out the controls. It's like what I like to say is like mecha games are like car simulator games for weebs. Mecha games are like car simulator games for weebs, with your mech being the car. And just like with car simulators, you got to figure out your steering, you got to figure out your handling and like the top speed of your car and how everything works, the weight of your car. Like that's a part of mech games. It's like it's going to feel like learning a new car for the first time. But then once you figure that out, it just everything starts flowing. Everything starts flowing, and then that's a part of the appeal is that now after you've learned your specific style and you've learned like your specific the specific nuances of your mech, now you feel like, oh shit, like I'm in control, like I'm controlling a mech. It doesn't feel like, oh, I'm just controlling some generic character on a screen. It feels like, oh no, I'm piloting this big machine. Like, so some of the clunkiness is intended to make you feel like, oh, I'm piloting this big machine. I remember rate and hate. I remember Tim Rogers saying something along the lines of mech games feeling clunky at the start is part of the point. I honestly think it's cool when games have esoteric controls that feel super good to master. Yes, 1000%. How much variety does mech variety does the game have? Okay, this is going to be the last question I answer. Then we're going to get into predictions. Okay, um, the game has a decent amount of variety. I wouldn't say it's as much variety as something like Armored Core, but that's because, and again, I'm going to talk about this in the video, but that's because there's aspects of how you're customizing that goes beyond just the mechs. Because keep in mind, this is also a game that's about the pilot, right? You can hop out of your mech and do things. So that's also a part of what contributes to your customization without giving too many spoilers, because some of that is like story related. But yes, basically think about how if y'all watch Gundam, you have new types in Gundam, and those are like new types are like special pilots in Gundam who have more advanced abilities than regular Gundam pilots. So there's some elements of that in Daemon X Machina where, like, depending on how you customize your pilot, that affects how you can control your mech. And again, I'm not gonna go to, because again, some of that is story related. Armored Core does some of that with like Human Plus, but it's to a lesser extent than what's going on in because you know there's no characters in Armored Core. There's no like actual human characters that you can control. Daemon X Machina takes that concept further of like your human character being able to affect your mech's abilities. How much overlap is there for mech games over fighting games, you think? In terms of like controller execution and things like that, I think it's a big emphasis on execution that I think some fighting game players might find appealing. And you have the PvP aspect, which, you know, that's coming later in Daemon X Machina for this game, and it was in the previous Daemon X Machina. We had PvP, and there was a lot of spacing, a lot of like neutral, a lot of like stuff like that you could get into, you know. So yeah, but we're gonna talk about that. I'm going to do a video on this that I wasn't planning on, because I was going to take a break this month on doing videos. But because this game has surprised me so much, I got to do a video on it. So stay tuned. That's coming. And I'm going to go into a lot of detail. And y'all are going to see a lot of things about this game that I think even the trailers and the marketing did not really emphasize. You know, some of that because a lot of it is like secrets and things like that, but even some of like the mechanical nuances of it, y'all did not see what this game is letting you do. It's crazy, man, and I feel very confident in saying that. So yeah, predictions, y'all. So let's start. Xenoblade X, since we're on the topic of mechs, Xenoblade X 60 frames patch for definitive edition. Actually, what upgrade patches are we getting? What upgrade patches are we getting, do y'all think? Xenoblade 2, okay. Xenoblade 2. Oh, for all? Are you saying for all of them? Well, actually, that would make sense. Armagon said Xenoblade Switch 2 editions, plural. Plural. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It feels very Nintendo to do one at a time. It feels very Nintendo for them to do one at a time, like, and just drip feed it. They don't want to like put all of them at once. And I think they're gonna prioritize X. They're gonna prioritize Xenoblade X because it just came out. I think. Um, I do think Xenoblade is the type of series where you could got to do all of them at once. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. What were the previous? How did they roll out? Hold on, because we're talking. We can just look back. No, hold on. Let me see. Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade pack. Oh my gosh, dude. Where's that? Okay. Where's that site? Does anyone know that site that they showed all of the upgrade packs? Cuz they had like a list of all the ones they did. Cuz what I'm trying to see is like did they do any that were from the same series? I can just go to like just a normal site and just okay. Okay. So to be fair, they did four Zeldas at once. Look at this. Hold on. Let me set this up. I'm kind of late to the stream, y'all, so I didn't set everything up fully. But um look at this. So they did like Echoes of Wisdom, Link's Awakening, Odyssey. Yeah, they're if they're gonna do all the Xenoblades at once. If they do it. Sup, Geronimo? Yeah, I think they'll do all. Yeah, Zelda. They did all them all at once, and then Splatoon 3 a week later, and that was it. The day one ones were Mario. Okay, yeah. Xenoblade 2 needs it a lot. I do agree. Yeah, so I think they're gonna I kind of like how because my monitor is basically like a big TV on my wall that's mounted, my second monitor. So when I cut on like something with like a lot of white, it just y'all can it kind of changes the lighting. It's kind of cool actually. I hated it at first, but I was like, actually, it's kind of neat. But no, like Xenoblade, a bunch of Xenoblade 2 might be a later date because it's out of print. Oh, that's an interesting point, Jazzy. That's an interesting point, actually. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. What other patches or do y'all think we'll get? Xenoblade is the big one that everyone's talking about. Um, what else could they do? Because they kind of did a lot of the major ones day one. Um, hmm. What Switch One games need patches? Maybe we were exaggerating and Switch. There's a rumor Fire Emblem Three Houses will get one. Oh, yeah, that game needs it. That's an ugly game. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like how that game looks. I don't like how that game looks because you have like I especially don't like when cell shaded. What up, Jordan? I don't like when cell shaded kind of anime art style games have these kind of dry environmental textures. It's just not a good looking game. It's not good. They need to redo some of the stuff in general. I recommend just finding a list of every Nintendo published Switch one. Looking through. Okay, let's see. Switch. one Nintendo published games. What? Nintendo published Doom? I didn't know that. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just do this Reddit thing because it's fine. It's no ads either. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It doesn't look like much that needs to. Maybe the other didn't the other Pokemon games need something? Honestly, let's just move on from the Switch one. Let's say fuck all those games. I don't think Three Houses will get one because Koei Tecmo worked on it, and Age of Calamity didn't get one. Oh yeah, Age of Calamity. They need to do one for Age of Calamity. Do y'all think we'll get any third party upgrade patches at all ever? Do y'all think we'll ever get third party like Nintendo Switch One upgrades? What games? Because have we. I don't think we've gotten any yet. I don't think we've gotten any yet. Because if you want to go to third party, if you want to talk about third party Switch One games, a lot of those games, more of those games need upgrade patches than Switch One. Dragon Quest 3. Oh, Dragon Quest 3 got one. Wait, but like no, I'm not talking about the game. I'm not talking about the games where it runs better on Switch 2. I'm talking about like they made a upgrade thing. Like they made it, and it was a game that was already released, not a recent game. Monster Hunter Rise doesn't need one because it's yeah. Monster Hunter Rise did not run bad. Monster Hunter Rise ran pretty good on Switch. I think I don't needs is a strong word. Monster Hunter Rise was not a disaster on Switch. Like okay, Doc Carnero said Monster Hunter Rise and Astral Chain. Those are games that like even okay. Monster Hunter Rise and Astral Chain. This is what I'm saying. They could, if they were to get 60 frames per second, don't say the Y word around GK. I already know what y'all are talking because I don't see what y'all are talking about, but I know what the Y word is. If y'all, I swear to God, hopefully it doesn't show up tomorrow. But no, listen, Monster Hunter Rise and Astral Chain are examples of games that they could get a 60 frames per second patch and it will be great. I'm not saying they shouldn't get that. But what I'm saying is they weren't disasters. So I think the developers will just forget about it. Like they'll be like, these weren't like, even though they were 30, it wasn't like horrible. So it wasn't like a horrible 30. So we're not thinking about it. Versus something like Age of Calamity was a disaster in terms of the performance. So that would be one where it would be like, oh, it was so bad that the developers will actually like think about it. Y'all see what I'm saying? Rise has always been a 30 FPS game on Switch. I don't know. Wait, why are you saying that? What I think that's what I said. Rise and Sunbreak deserve a 60 FPS boost though. Monster Hunter Generations, a 3DS game ported to Switch One being locked to 30 FPS is tragic to me. I could see Marvelous going back and upgrading some. Doom, Hachi Bowl, Doom. Yeah, Doom, but Doom is another one where Doom did not run bad. This is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if the game like was, if it was a stable 30, they're gonna forget about it. If it was a stable 30, I think they're not gonna remember that it. They're not thinking about the game. But if it was, it has to be like a game that was like noticeably bad. I think. Wild Style, what's up? Um, it's not a disaster, but Rise is unbelievably nice on other platforms. Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, we were talking about it, but I could see Damon X Machina 1 getting an upgrade patch because that, even though I played that game first on Switch, it wasn't good. The performance got, especially because of how fast that game is, the performance, it was not keeping up. Patching a game for next gen is marketing. It brings extra attention on older games and then people buy them. Oh, okay. That's a good way to look at it actually. That's not a bad take. That's not a bad take. I actually, yeah, that makes sense. That if you from that framework, I can see them maybe being like, "Oh, this is a chance to resell the game." Yeah, that's a good way. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay. Um now, what's another thing? What game now, what's another thing? What games does Nintendo, how many more months we got left in the year? We got October, November, December. What's coming out this month for Switch 2? What's coming out this month? Switch 2 game, what? What, the stream cut out? Wait, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Oh. Whoa, what the hell? That was weird. Okay. Um okay, we back. We back. We back. We back. Um okay, y'all. Okay. It might have been Twitch cuz YouTube, I still see the YouTube numbers. Thanks for the resub, the Fritos. Okay, but do we get any shadow drops? Do we get any shadow drops? Like, is anything going to come out this month? Prime 2. Ooh, Prime 2 on GameCube. Hold on. And I'm working on a video about that game, but I'm not going to put it out until it's close to Prime 4 release. Nah, we need Prime 2 on NSO. Wait, actually, in general, what NSO games do y'all think we're going to get? Rez, I know some people expect Prime 2 and 3 to get Shadow Drop. I just played Prime 2, so I probably wouldn't play the release on NSO, but uh yeah, that will be hype. No, you know what I can see coming to NSO? Um, Pokemon Coliseum. I can see Pokemon Coliseum. I can see because I think that was in the little reel they did. Y'all remember that the little reel where they were kind of showing some games that would be coming. Wave Race. Yo, Double Dash? Nah, Double Dash will be a great apology for the people who, paid for Mario Kart World. If you hate the game, I know some people like the game. I don't know. Um, I want Super Monkey Ball low key. Wild Style. If you not gonna do anything else, you gonna ride for Monkey Ball. I hope it comes too though. Uh, how's NSO connect? Well, what up, Rising Counteraction? How's NSO connection wise right now? Connection wise? What do you mean connection wise? Do you mean playing online games? I haven't played online NSO game in a while. I might be soon though. Um, 40th anniversary of Mario might mean some big Mario stuff. Man, I'm tired of Mario, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm done. I'm not the Mario guy. Feel like Banjo Tooie and DK64 are on the horizon for NSO. Custom Robo. Now that's a video game. That's a game. I rented that. No, did I rent? Yeah, I rented that game when I was a kid. I just need the Prime 4 release date so I can figure out the rest of my the rear year purchases for the year. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so NSO, yo, wait, hold on. Y'all are thinking GameCube. Let me tell y'all what's gonna come to NSO. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Let me tell y'all what's gonna come to NSO this month. Mother 3. Mother 3. Right when everyone has given up. Heavy Wings, why now? Because nobody gives a fuck anymore. That's why Nintendo would do it now. Like, oh, y'all don't care no more. Here you go. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't think it's happening. I'm joking. Yo, Dreamcast on NSO. Dreamcast on NSO would be a vibe. Dreamcast on NSO would be a vibe. Yeah, I don't but yeah, I don't think I'm convinced the only people asking for Mother 3 are people who already played. Low key, cuz by this point if you haven't played it, either you're young or you just like you said shut the front door, GK. What you mean by that? That's scary. Um no, but what was I going to say? Oh, hold on, another one. Mischief Makers on N64. We still haven't gotten Mischief Makers. That's another big NSO one. We still missing a few gems from N64, GBA, and GameCube still slim. Yeah, that's true. I think they're gonna still be building the. I think they already have most good games for N64, GBA, SNES. So I want to see more of the weird ass Japanese only games to pick. Oh yeah, that we need that. We need more of that. Um, fuck it, put Mega Man 64 on there. Even though that's not a weird Japanese game, but it's a weird port. I don't think the Mega Man 64 port has left the N64 yet. I know Mega Man Legends for PS1 came out on PS3 as like a, when they did when they used to release the classic games. Um but yeah, okay. So that NSO, that's out the way. Um let's get this part out the way cuz I know this is probably the big thing that everyone's kind of like, you know, uh wondering about. What When does Metroid Prime 4 come out? What's the month? Cuz we're going to see it tomorrow. I think that's I think that's like a lock. When does Metroid Prime 4 come out? November. Burgundy, come on now. No, it's coming this year. Early for talking about some early February. Um, Early November or late October. It got to be an early November. No game. I can't see anywhere else. I can see November. No, Pokemon is coming out next month. I thought Burgundy. Isn't Pokemon coming out next month? Yeah, yeah. So what do you mean? What you mean? They're saving Pokemon for November. I mean, Pokemon for the holiday. Oh, Air Riders is November. Okay. Um, Prime is December. Prime 4 is December. It's December. Just in time. Eclipse, why you change your thing? I saw what you said before. You said just in time for Black Friday. Now you say just in time for Christmas. Make up your mind. Bro, just moving the goalposts. Like, yeah, no, actually, that's correct. I'm gonna be on Ninja Gaiden 4 for the rest of the year. It's as good as I hope. What if they dropped it later this September? Rising shooting for the stars. Rising is shooting for the stars, man. Nah, I think Prime 4 is December. They've waited too long. And like Nintendo isn't Nintendo isn't shy about December. They released Xenoblade 2 in December. Um they've released games in December. So I don't think they're running away from that. When was Metroid Dread wasn't December. When was Metroid Dread? Also, when people say like, "Oh, um, it's too soon for Nintendo to release XYZ," Nintendo has been like recently going crazy with just announcing a date 1 month or 2 months before it's coming out. So I don't think that got nothing to do with anything. Yeah, Smash Ultimate was December. That's a good one. Yeah, Smash Ultimate was December. So it's not like they don't run away from December. And Nintendo is not. They're not. They are done with doing the thing where they announce something like super far ahead and then like, you know, making us wait months and months. I don't think they do that anymore. So yeah, I think Metro Prime 4 is December. I think it's December. Late September, that's a little too far though. That's a little too I don't think they've done that before. For a game like Metro Prime 4, they've not done that before. Not their top tier titles. Tears of the Kingdom had 9 months between us knowing the launch date. Yeah, but Metro Prime 4, I don't think they don't view Metro Prime 4 as like Zelda level. Metro Prime 4 is like same level as Donkey Kong Bonanza. And Donkey Kong Bonanza, we didn't know about that until April or March. We didn't know about Donkey Kong Bonanza until like March. You know that also their pricing tells you like how they view these games. Metro Prime 4 is $70. Well, did they? I don't know if they announced it with it, but Metro Prime 4 is going to be $70. It's not going to be $80. But yeah, we know the games that Nintendo does that for. They do it for Zelda, Smash. Honestly, that's it. Everything else, it's just Zelda and Smash that because even Mario Kart World, it wasn't announced until the Switch 2 Direct from earlier. So, yeah. Even Emio had to do a month at least before the reveal and launch. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So Metro Prime 4, let's say December. Um, Now, what about new game announcements? Are we get what new games are gonna get announced? Do y'all think? Are we gonna see Monolith? Y'all think we're gonna see Monolith Soft? Ooh, who said it? Armagon. Ooh, Kid Icarus. Y'all think? Is it happening? An uprising? Ooh, uprising on Switch 2. Jay Boulevard said Monster Hunter Wilds for Nintendo Switch. Low key, that game needs it. That game needs it. That game needs a Switch 2 revitalization. Sin and Punishment 3 star successor to Dimensions Beyond. Burgundy, look, man, I hope something. Give me something, man. Nintendogs to push my virtual pet agenda. I can see that actually. I can see that happening. Um, I think we'll get one more Switch One first party game. I mean, Rhythm Heaven is still on the way, right? They'll probably talk about Rhythm Heaven. Star Fox, no. Y'all think that one new IP from Monolith Soft is a thing? Which new IP are y'all talking? Okay, hold on, cause I don't know. Soft new IP. Cause let's look at this. Cause to be honest, I'm kind of tired of. I don't think this is anything. To be quite honest with y'all. Um, this thing that people keep bringing up, I don't think this is anything. I don't think this is anything, y'all. This is not Monolith. I think it's just a picture. I think it's just a picture that they came up with, and people have been like, "Oh, this is a part of the new IP." I mean, I don't know. Peace out, ZK. No, we will not see those two games. But peace out, man. Yeah, I think it was just a recruitment picture that they're like, "Oh, this is a cool pic." That picture 8 years old now. No, high key, high key, high key. Nah, yeah, yeah. Monolith Soft. Do yo Do we see a new Nintendo IP at all? Forget about Monolith Soft. Do y'all think we see a new Nintendo IP at all? 1 hour is giving me new IP vibes. 1 hour is giving me new IP vibes. We're gonna get something. Drag and drive not enough for you, hmm? And more like came and went. Drag and went. What game recently announced will get a dull 10-minute showcase trailer? I don't think. Does Nintendo do that anymore? When's the last time they did that? I don't know if a new IP was Steal the Thunder from Mario's 40th. Is this okay? Let me ask y'all something. Is this a Mario community? Like, are we Mario people here? Like, let me get a vibe check. Like, how on the scale of 1 to 10, how much do y'all like Mario? 45 minutes of Splatoon Raiders. Oh yeah, I want to see Splatoon. Yo, you know what? Splatoon Raiders might be coming like this year, but I don't know when. Where would they fit that in? I like the 3D Mario's and Mario Kart 7, 5, 3. No, but that dude on Twitter exposed you as one. I'm the Mario guy, y'all. I'm Mr. Mario. I love him. I love Mario. That's a 10 for me. Not really. I like a couple games, but probably a 3 out of 10. I'm a simple man. PSO GameCube for Nintendo Switch Online. Man, Aaron Harrington. Aaron Harrington. You know ball. You are a real one. Put Phantasy Star Online episode 1 and 2. Man, can you imagine if they made it like the split screen? Well, I guess the split screen would work, you know, for the multiplayer. I like 3D Mario, Mario Kart, and Paper Mario. That's it. 8 out of 10. I dig Mario, but I'm more interested in non-Mario games lately. Mario is like the default platformer to me. It's good, but not something to get hyped about. That is me. Hassan, what's up? I am like, for me, Mario is like how people will keep suggesting Dragon Quest. I'm like, yeah, I understand that this game is the origin or an important aspect of the genre, but because it's the original thing, it's like boring to not boring, but it's not as exciting to me because it's like this is the default platformer, you know. So it's like I don't know, kind of like how Dragon Quest comes across as generic, but it's not. It's technically not generic because it originated all of the a lot of the RPG tropes that we see in JRPGs now. So Dragon Quest technically isn't generic, but it feels generic because it's the original thing. Does that make sense? That's how I feel about Mario. It's like it feels like a generic platformer to me, but I know it. I know it's like not generic because it originated all of the things that these platformers are copying. But I don't like it as much. Seinfeld is unfunny. Yes. Are we back on YouTube? Are we back on Twitch? I think it's OBS. OBS is tripping because my internet is fine. My internet is fine. What up, Ashes? Seinfeld Warriors tried to. Y'all, they are like Yeah, my internet is fine, so I don't know what's going on. Seinfeld is funny, by the way. Might want to check out that bit rate when you get a chance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll see what's going on with that. Um, we got a little more time left, but so hopefully it holds on before. Hold on, let me check my YouTube real quick because it might be making videos. And hold on, let me check my YouTube real quick because it might be making videos, and I don't like that. It might be making videos, or is it still the same stream? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see something in studio real quick. Oh no, it's still one stream. Praise God. It's still one stream. Okay. Those types of on and on spikes will make me assume that's the cause of it. Okay, 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 okay. We back though. We back. Anyway, um and then what other IP does Nintendo need to like what's the dormant stuff? Because I think we were talking about new IPs before the stream cut out. What's the dormant stuff that needs to come back, or that y'all think could come back? I guess. Um, GK Vu, Star Fox. Hmm. I don't think Star Fox is coming back yet. And by the way, Jalen, does that mean when you say check my bit rate, should I lower the bit rate or raise it? Verum, what would a new Ice Climbers look like? A new Ice Climbers would look like Death Stranding. It will a new Ice Climbers will be a Death Stranding like. Can you imagine Nintendo doing their version of like, oh, you gotta just climb up this mountain, and uh, you know, go through survive and go through these environments. Yeah, an Ice Climbers game that plays like Death Stranding. How much do we think Mario 40th anniversary will take up during the hour-long direct? A new Ice Climbers could also be like that indie game called Peak. That's a good name for a game, by the way. Peak. How likely is F-Zero at this point? Ooh, Armagon is coming with the hits. I think a new F-Zero is actually very likely. That's not out of the cards because now they got every F-Zero on NSO, and then that could be them being like, okay, now y'all are ready. Now y'all are ready. Let's go. Yeah, it wouldn't come this year though, but I think they would announce it. I can see them announcing it. Why racing games can't why too soon for a racing game but not too soon for another RPG? RPGs get announced all the time and nobody's like, "Oh, it's too soon for another RPG." Let racing game Ashes, you are discriminating against a genre. That is genre discrimination. Custom Robo. Ooh, Custom Robo, a new Custom Robo would go crazy. A new Custom Robo, come on now. Yeah. Yeah, I can see them bringing that back. A new custom robo. Um what teams, okay, I'm trying to think what Nintendo teams haven't put out a game. Yeah, Author. Yeah, 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 yeah. I had issues earlier. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um what Nintendo team is like, okay, Burgundy is talking. Walk with me here. Monolith and Next Level Games. Yeah, Monolith. You know, the last thing they did was Definitive Edition, and I don't think that was their main team probably. So they're on the cards. Next, who? What is Next Level Games done again? They do like Luigi's Mansion and shit like that. Does Nintendo own Elite Beat Agent? According to Ashes, it's too soon for another rhythm game because Rhythm Heaven is announced. So they're gonna wait until Rhythm Heaven is out, and then they're gonna talk about Elite Beat Agents. Luigi's Mansion and Punch Out Wii. Nintendo outsources too. That's a good point. That's a good point. Um, hmm. Nintendo development teams. Let's look at this. All right. I love looking at this. Monolith, we already talked about them. Next Level Games. Federation Force. Come on now. Yeah, I could see a new Punch Out coming out of nowhere. I could see where are the outsourced studios, because those are the big ones. They're not including like intelligent systems and shit like that. Oh, here we are. There we go. Um Grezzo. Oh, wait, didn't they announce a new Metopia? Wait, no, not it wasn't Metopia. Tamagotchi Life. I forgot. Tamagotchi Life. Did I cut out again? No. Okay. It's just doing the thing like Tamagotchi Life. No, that they're gonna talk about Tamagotchi Life. Oh, because that game is. By the way, I'm telling y'all right now, that game is gonna be a big deal. That game, Tamagotchi Life, is gonna be a big deal. That's gonna be like, hold on, yeah, Tamagotchi Life is gonna be like, it's gonna be like Marvel Rivals for the cozy community. Tamagotchi Life is gonna be like what Marvel Rivals was for the cozy community. They are about to go. They are ready for that game. Shit, I might play it. Honestly, Tamagotchi Life kind of like, especially now that I have like a girlfriend, like something like that. I would kind of want to. I would want to play that with her. Cause she's been kind of like getting into games a little recently. Cause I gave her my Switch One, so we can play some co-op games together. So I've been lately thinking about, okay, what's something she'll be interested in, you know. So we've been trying out some games, and I'm like, man, Tamagotchi Life, that could hit. That would hit. Not Rhythm Heaven on the upcoming direct though. That game's self-explanatory. That never stopped Nintendo from they like over explaining. Tamagotchi Life about to hit like crack in the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, nah. That game gonna be a big deal. Matter of fact, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing like what they changed about this one. Yeah, Tamagotchi Life still has people making memes and stuff with the voice stuff in that game. Yeah, 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 yeah. By the way, I do gotta say, Nintendo is a very important company in the sense that they're the only ones where we can talk about a game like Tamagotchi Life and be like, "Oh yeah, that's gonna be a big deal." You know, like they are the only ones in that space. I'm not talking about like mobile developers and stuff like that. They're the only ones in this space of gaming that can do something like a Tamagotchi Life and genuinely get people like talking about it. That's why they're important. I feel like with if Xbox or PlayStation were to do something like a Tamagotchi Life, there will kind of be this subconscious understanding that none of us are gonna none of us care about this shit. All of us are gonna kind of be like, who gives a fuck? Like they're this is just their attempt at have they're not putting care into this game. They're probably just doing this as like a side thing to just say that they have some kind of casual game. But we don't give like but for Nintendo, yeah, like with PlayStation All Stars, yeah. But with Nintendo, there's kind of this understanding that like no matter what genre they do, they're gonna kind of try to do something. They're gonna do it in a way that is compelling. Even if you don't like it, you're gonna like something like Ring Fit Adventure, for example. I don't think any of us were sitting there like with during the Nintendo Direct, like, oh, I hope they come out with a cool fitness game. None of us, but when Nintendo does it, it's like, okay, if they might be putting some effort into this, so let me give this, a try. Let me give this some benefit of the doubt, and because Nintendo gets that benefit of the doubt with their little experiments, I think they understand that and they actually put effort into their experiments in a way that other companies might not do because other companies don't believe that their experiments will hit with the audience. You get what I'm saying? But Nintendo knows the experiments might hit, so they don't half ass it. They're like, okay, we're gonna actually try. You know, uh, do it in a way that feels more organic to their audience. Yeah, yeah, 1000%. It doesn't feel like, okay, here's the Ring Fit 2 definitely will be a thing, only a matter of when. Yeah, I don't think they'll show it here. I don't think they'll show Ring Fit 2 here at during this direct. But yeah, Tamagotchi Life. Let's go back to the developers. Um. Oh, y'all remember Pushmo? Y'all remember Pushmo? That's a deep cut. Okay, actually, you know what? Third parties. What third parties are showing up? What third parties are showing up? This is the big one, I think, because with the Switch 2, that seems to be one of the big questions about how third parties are going to treat it. Capcom, okay, Monster Hunter Wilds. I can see something like a Devil May Cry 5. They like, with Switch and Nintendo, they like doing old ass ports sometimes of games that are generally well received. Marvel Rival. Oh, I can see it. Marvel Rivals. I can see it. I can see it. Square Enix rumors about Dragon Quest 7 remake. Okay, okay, okay. Baldur's Gate. Ooh, Baldur's Gate 3. I can see it. I can see there might be a lot of third parties because they can just throw some stuff on Switch to. Even though those rumors about third party developers not getting their development kits on time does have me a bit concerned about how much of the third party stuff we're going to be seeing. So Baldur's Gate 3 might be too early for a Final Fantasy 7 remake or FF16, but I think they'll show some port of some. Wait, but Jalen, I thought they showed at Gamescom, didn't they show, weren't people playing Final Fantasy 7 remake? So that would be one that I would think would get shown. Like just a little trailer. That's one thing I think they would show because they were playing it at Gamescom. Jedi Fallen Order plus Survivor. Ace Attorney 7. Okay. Where is Deca Police? Where is Deca Police? I want to see this game. That game looks so cool to me. Y'all remember Deca Police? What happened to this? This is a good looking game. Yeah, what happened to that? What happened to Deca Police? GTA 5. Yo, that would be a big deal. GTA 5 on Switch 2? I can see it. Baldur's Gate 3 is a big one. Yep. RDR 2. Everyone keeps saying Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe. I can see it. Deca Police got delayed again. What's going on at level 5? There's a leak saying something related to 7 at the Direct, and it's not Ace Attorney 7. Is that the Dragon Quest? So maybe that's the Dragon Quest 7 that DeFritos was talking about? A new IP is going to be my wild card pick from... What up, MF Beautiful? Wild card pick from Nintendo. I can see it. I can see them coming. But the question is it going to be a casual new IP or is it going to be a hardcore new IP? That's the question. Ultra, what's up? What's up? What's up? Brother, level 5 just barely managed to get Fantasy Life out the door. Yeah, RIP, man. Yeah. But all I'm predicting is a Metroid Prime 4 release date. Okay, where do you think the Switch 2 has any chance of Grand Theft? Wait. GT6? Wait, what GT? What's GT? Do you mean GTA 6? Armagon? If you're saying GTA 6, hell no. No, that is not coming. Kingdom Hearts, but it's native versions this time. Oh, yeah, we need that. We need that. Yeah, come on. Correct your mistakes. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker will have his day. Digimon Time Stranger, let's manifest it. Digimon Time Stranger will be there tomorrow. Digimon Time Stranger will be there tomorrow. I still need to play the demo. But I'm just stuck. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to be in this Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion phase for a while. So some games that are coming out might get skipped. Because I need to put in. I am obsessed. So yeah, Bayonetta Origins 2. No, I'm joking. That would be cool actually for the Bayonetta Origins people. Uh, if they're still putting out cloud versions for Switch 2, I'll have to intervene. Yeah, Time Stranger is probably a lot. Hopefully. I don't even care about 30 frames for something like Time Stranger. Again, I'm not like South of Midnight, maybe. Ooh. By the way, South of Midnight might be a top 10 came and went. Might be a top 10 came and went, but I'm going to campaign for it to be at the bottom of that top 10 because I support uh, diversity and black people uh, having stories in video games. But that's a came and went. That's a came and went. But I support my people. Actually, we need diversity in the came and wents. We need black diversity in the came and wents. Fuck it. It's a good thing either way. You know? New Gundam Extreme versus New Gundam Extreme versus and Dynasty Warrior. I could no Gundam Extreme versus, please. Put it on something. I don't even care if it's on Switch too. Put it on PC, please. It's been long enough. By the way, how many people have played the Time Stranger demo? Ooh, Expedition 33 might get a port announced. Not sure if that was mentioned yet. Ooh, the Fritos. I can see it. TJ, what's up? Is that game good? Can't even tell in today's climate. Man, I don't know. It looked kind of iffy to me though. If you're talking about South of Midnight. RE9 can come out on Switch too. It will be sick portably. Yeah, man. I need some good stuff to come to Switch too. I'm guessing. Hold on, Serendipity. I'm guessing some new stuff got to be there. I honestly don't know what else is in the pipeline for 2025 to 2026. PlayStation will show a game tomorrow. You mean on in the direct? Gex 2 Overboost port will be so good. Yes. Yes, please. Soccer War 7. That's random, but okay, fuck it. Let's go. Flector. I don't know how factual it is, but I kept hearing things about 3 games with the number 7 that will appear in the direct. Okay, where is this 7 thing coming from? Where's this 7 thing coming from? What like someone show me or direct me to, no pun intended, direct me to where what's going on with this. But who is the insider? Like the only person I believe is it Nate the Hate? Y'all go be sick when it's Metal Slug 7 HD. I won't. I'm gonna be hyped for that because I've been meaning to get better at Metal Slug. So please, do we think Expedition 33 could make it to Switch 2? I think Expedition can run on Switch 2. Expedition 33 is a very well. I mean, I can't. My PC is really good, so maybe. But Expedition 33 feels like a game that's well optimized, and they can probably like scale it properly. Hassan, I heard South of Midnight had a good story, but the gameplay was just okay. It was from Switch Force who leaked that a direct was even happening. Yakuza 7 port be ready. All right, I think 90% of PS5 games could be on Switch too. I think so too. With proper like scaling, I think it could. I think they could. GK, did you see the Star Wars Outlaws port? It's a current gen exclusive open world with ray tracing and it runs solid 30 frames. Is it a solid 30? I didn't look. Hold on. Let's check this out. I'm not interested in the Outlaws port, but I'm just interested in what the Switch 2 can what the Switch 2 can do. I don't want to see a side by side comparison though, because those will always make 30 frames look bad. Let's give him some views.
Star Wars Outlaws was a visual blockbuster when it arrived last year, applying the ray-traced goodness of the Snowdrop engine to the famous sci-fi franchise. But it only landed
What's
on
good, Liquid?
consoles and PC. Requiring some decent hardware capability, the game retains its ray tracing effects. Ray-traced diffuse
Wait, hold
still
on.
fills the world with soft, believable bounce light that grounds spaces and makes objects feel
this does look good.
The
Let me turn it up.
on Switch 2 here lies in the stability of that lighting presentation. In this shot, for instance, this large emissive material illuminates the concession area with a soft orange glow, and that's true on both Series S and Switch 2.
What up, Athena?
But the lighting on Switch 2 has a subtle peppering of coarse noise, while Series S looks fairly faultless, which is clearer if I speed up this footage a bit. Likewise for this scene, which is filled with all kinds of noise from diffuse and specular GI. Camera movement is the easiest means to expose flaws in the game.
Honestly, this looks good. I don't even need to see anything else. That looked good. I've seen enough. And because the thing every time I see these types of things, I'm like, bruh, I'm playing this on a handheld. That's the thing. Like half the time we're looking at these on these, maybe your big screen or whatever, or you're imagining it on your big screen. I'm like, bro, when you're playing these shits handheld, some of these little details that this dude talking about, it ain't that deep. It's not that deep. Once you're playing the game, the graphics mostly disappear. So, yeah, like that looked good to me. That looked good to me. Flector, I think it's earlier because it's 1 hour long, and I think it will be 10 p.m. Japan when I would hate having to stay up late before work day. I know it's on Friday, but still. Wait, what are you talking about? Nah, but yeah, 7. So Switch Force is the one who gave the 7s? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what the 7s are. Talking about. So is the one y'all what 7 room. We got Killer 7. That's gonna be one of them. We got hold on. Killer 7. Uh-oh. We dropped again. All right. This might be it because Twitch is still going. Twitch is still good. Hold on. Is YouTube good? Yeah. Okay, let me know when it stops skipping. I know why it's skipping. Hold on. Are we back? Is it regular again? Okay. 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 We're back. YouTube is hood. All right, Wolf Den. I'm so hood. Nah, Nintendo coming for me. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the sevens. Let me tell y'all the sevens. Um, Killer 7, right? That's gonna be the first one. Um, and then it's gonna be we back. Yeah, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. I'm trying to think of something. 997. 007. Hmm. No, it's Xenoblade 7 because Xenoblade 1, 2, and then 2 you got the what's the is it Torna? Torna and then 3 and then the expansion and then the expansion for Xenoblade 1. Wait, no, then X and then 7. We back. Sakura Wars 7. Nah, that's not happening. Come on now. Come on now, man. I don't know what will be the 7 Killer 7, Final Fantasy 7. Honestly, probably gonna be Killer 7, Final Fantasy 7, and then I don't know. Yeah, I think it will be the remastered version on PC. I have that version too. Um, I replayed the game a couple years. I think it will be the remastered version. I've ago on PC. Um, yeah, I don't know what the sevens could be, man. Whoa, Jesus! Oh my God! Am I back? I'm gonna figure this out by tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, I know. Yeah. We're gonna figure this out. I'm gonna probably drop the bit rate or something because something's going on. Or maybe I need to update OBS. Shout outs, Jesus. Maybe I need to update OBS. Yeah, I just gotta update OBS, y'all. I gotta do something. Yeah, it's probably because this I've never had these kinds of. I ain't never seen OBS act like this. Last thing, uh, just overall, do we think the direct is gonna be good, or is it gonna be a disappointment? Is gonna be good because I feel like now that this stream, like they're telling me, all right, you need to get off and go to bed, bro. I know. Are we back yet? It's gonna be all right. I think it's gonna be good. People say it was ass besides Prime. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. But I think this is my sign to get off. This is my sign to get off because they on my ass. Yeah, yeah, they're on my ass, y'all. I don't know what's going on with OBS, but okay, you guys. Um, I think. Let me know when I stop stuttering. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Okay, you guys. You guys. I'm a dip out. We've done enough predictions. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Um in the morning, live reacting to the Nintendo Direct, possibly on Twitch only. But if YouTube people message me on Discord or Twitter and let me know if y'all want to see me do it on YouTube too. If enough of y'all respond, I'll be on YouTube also. But I'm going to be live reacting definitely on Twitch uh for the Nintendo Direct. Um hit me up. Thanks for coming through. Peace out, y'all. See y'all in the morning. Bye-bye.